when folks find out you're trans or like learn that's a part of your identity, they kind of boil you down to just being trans and they don't see all the other parts that make you who you are. Or like they don't see the wholeness of your identity because they just sort of see your trans identity. So I'm just asking folks to think of, like when you think of Jalen, what identities that you want folks to think of when they think of Luke?
Well, I'm an educator at heart, and I'm an artist and a musician, a world traveler. I am a sibling and a child and a partner, and I am a kind, loving person.
I love to read. I like to think of myself as a writer. It's like getting a little ahead of myself, but I enjoy writing a lot. That's something that's really important to me.
I feel like a dad sometimes. I feel fatherly. All my little trans kids out in the world, every time I see them, I'm like, oh.
When I walk into a room, people don't see me as a queer person, they don't see me as a trans person, they see me as a black person. So that's probably, after being a Kansan, the most important identity to me.
I hope they think of someone who is empathic, who is a hopeless romantic, someone who sometimes likes to chase tornadoes.
Being an older sibling is just absolutely rewarding. It's the best part. Being a spouse is also really important to me, mostly because Kevin has really helped me through this journey. He was the one who was like, you know, like, you don't have to live in this box.
I'm a dad. I'm a father of a drag house.
That's number one. My beauty, my fatherhood, my wifehood to my wife.
An author, an entertainer, an entrepreneur. I'm unapologetically authentic.
I gotta be trans. That's the number one thing about me. It's so important to who I am and my identity and how I experience the world that I cannot disconnect it from the label of man.
Definitely, obviously trans, queer, Hispanic or Latino, probably teacher and godfather. Not like the godfather, just godfather to Leo.
One is I don't believe in the binary. That's kind of, you know, and I used she, they for a while, but I started using any just because I wanted to take back my power. You know, don't worry about it. You know, she, they, any, you know, and people look at me, she, they, any, what do you prefer? Well, she, they's okay, but any's fine too.
We're trans, but we're also people too. And so oftentimes I might just label myself as a man to show that like I'm a human like everyone else. But I do think it's important to denote that I'm a trans man because that says that I have a different experience than most men, an experience that I'm incredibly proud of.
My favorite way to describe my gender identity is a woman of transgender experience. I'm fine with transgender woman, or just woman is fine as well.
I'm super flamboyant, I'm very queer, I love my top surgery scars and they make me who I am. So, trans man, that's how I identify.
And every trans person is a little bit different. We're unique, you know?
Right, and that's what makes our community beautiful and powerful.